Alright, so this is AJ. It's October the 8th. We're going to try to dig out some of our sweet potatoes over here. We're going to test them and see how they look, so we're just going to dig one up and see how it goes here. So what I'm looking for is kind of the root ball, which is right below me here. So I'm just going to I'm just going to pull it up first and see if there's anything hanging on underneath them. If you're lucky, which I'm not lucky, there would be a bunch of sweet potatoes hanging in there. So I don't see any. So I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to dig in with a little bit with a pitchfork and kind of see what I can see. I'm not seeing much. I'm seeing a little bit of the root. That's about, well, maybe it's a little bit deeper. I can see some stuff deeper down. Still seeing a bunch of roots. So this was a smaller one. I think that one is definitely much bigger, but I'm gonna dig around a little bit more in here and see if we find anything else. I'm surprised last year when we did this, we had a few spots where there was quite a few in there. Right now, all I'm seeing is the big roots. Usually they're pretty close to the surface. Let's see. I don't know what that is. I see this, but I'm not sure. I tried putting potatoes in here a while back. Actually, you know what? No, I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a little bit like garlic, but it doesn't smell like garlic. Either way, it looks cool. So I'm gonna do a few more spots in here, see if we find anything. I'm not seeing much. So this one might be a dud. I'll know for sure if there's something growing in here if I leave it alone. Like you can see all these little shoots here, they'll spit up again next year and produce some vines. I'm kind of curious to see what happens with that. So since I had no luck on this one, I'm going to switch over to this one over here. See if we have any more luck. All right, keep your fingers crossed, and when I pull this thing up, 50 pounds of sweet potatoes is at the bottom of it. So I'm seeing a little bit more here, but not kind of what I would like to see. I would say maybe this one is good, and these other ones not so much, but these other ones, what I can do is I can plant them, bury them all over the place, and then they'll pop up next year. Actually, I'm just gonna throw this over to the side for now. Let me get the clippers. Flip these off a bit. So you can compost all of these vines, but as you can see how long and tangly they are, you really got to chop them up before you do that. So that's what I will do. I'll let them dry out a little bit by the compost pile before I do that. All right, let's try this other one here. I kind of had high hopes for this one. Again, there may be some buried in the ground. I can see some near the surface there. Let's dig them up and see what we got. First one was over here. disappointing. All year long I thought, well, at least I got sweet potatoes growing. And maybe not, you know. Like I said, last year they grew pretty decently. I don't know if I'm too early. You remember when we did them last year? It's about this time, maybe it's been earlier. So all I have are these little things in here right now, which is not what I want. I want the big ones.
We did completely different season last year.
Well, it was over the summertime.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I planted them.
You started fall and
No.
pick it up.
No, I started them earlier than that. So I'm gonna call this a bust. Like I said, normally I would have more bunches of these things. I'm not sure if it was the heat, the lack of water, too much water. I'm not sure. I got some in a few other spots that since I already dug these up, I'll give those a shot, but I'll put that in another video. Thanks for watching, appreciate it.